Good day, everyone. Welcome to our fifth webinar. For those who are first to attend this webinar, we're holding weekly discussions for our introduction to e-commerce course. Good day, everyone. Welcome to our fifth webinar. Okay. All right. Again, good day, everyone. Welcome to our fifth webinar on the introduction to e-commerce course of the Faculty of Management and Development Studies. University of the Philippines Open University. So in this webinar, in this video, we'll be having two parts. First is a quick evaluation of what you've submitted. So a collective assessment on what you've submitted for assignment number 2. That's your market research, quick evaluation and tips how to improve. And then open forum for everyone, for those who have questions. Okay, so we'll start our discussion. So I've graded all of the assignments, and you will see the grades I've given. And I haven't comment on some of the submissions, so I'll comment later. But I've evaluated and have a quick points here to discuss. So right off the bat, I'm uh, happy and sad to say, both happy and sad. Sad because most of the business idea submitted are found not viable, not desirable by your target market, which is uh, I can say back to the drawing board for you guys because you found your business not viable. I am happy because you won't invest in a business that is not viable in the first place. So it is a good lesson to know that you validated that your business idea is not viable. So you falsified your hypothesis. So in the actual practice or sa actual pagkatayo ng isang business, ito yung nare-realize ng ibang entrepreneurs that nalalaman nila na hindi viable yung business when they invested their whole savings, they loaned money from banks, then they would learn when they invested na, doon lang nila malalaman na the business idea is not viable. So the good thing, I'm happy because you've learned the lesson that you can conduct a market research to know whether your business idea is viable or not. Uh, Parang murang tuition fee yan. And ang schooling nyo yung actual entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is something that is not learned in classroom like we're having now. It's mostly learned by a trial and method thing. Kung wala kayong experience, you will endure failures, inevitable failures in between your execution of your business plan or your business model. But if you're smart enough, you can learn even if you are not investing fully your capital. So, yun yung maganda. At least you shorten the learning curve. Yun yung lesson ng ating activity, second activity. So, what are the points that I saw in your submission? One, for those who found that their business idea is not viable, um, one, I think it's the target market you determine dictated if your business idea is viable or not. So, identifying your target market is always a crucial decision. for you. So for those who have uh, invalidated the business idea, you can develop another research targeting a different market segment that is sort of more viable or would pay more for things. You can discover that. And then, yun yung common theme nung mga lahat ng business idea na hindi viable. So, yung target market nila is not willing to pay for the product or service. Maybe pricing or hindi talaga desirable for them. So, good thing nalaman nyo na agad. You can just pivot. There is a concept in business wherein when you are executing your business idea or your business, there is a decision point for every entrepreneur to either pivot or persevere. So persevere, kung tingin nyo talaga yun yung target market na gusto nyo i-pursue, you will not be hindered uh, kung kahit anong objections ng target market, you would continue. That's persevere. There's also a pivot decision. So what is a pivot decision? It's about changing one aspect of your business idea. And to better know what to change, let's put the business idea in the context of the business model. So change one element of your business model. So in that case, kung yung target market is hindi siya desirable, tingin niya sa product or service yung not desirable, you can change a different segment. So that's pivot. You change the customer segment or your target market. In creation of a business model, customer segment is the first step in crafting your business idea. So you need to start with who you are serving to. And you can use what you've learned in the first market research and get the fine points, the positive, and then create a different, kahit same idea, iba lang yung target market. So with that, mag-iiba na talaga yung dynamics. So you can use that. Another way is to, if you would persevere, since gusto nyo talaga yung target market na yun. So you can persevere. It's all up to you. What you need to do is to create two separate groups within your target market. Bakit nyo kailangan i-split? You will create another market research for those two and change one variable. Like say, for example, a product you're selling. So you're targeting single moms, for example. Select characteristics of single moms and create two groups within that single mom segment. And then conduct two separate market research for them. Changing one element. Usually, ang ginagamit dyan ng element to change is pricing. Yung isa, mas mababang price yung offer ng service, no? The other one, mas mahal. And see their feedback. From there, malalaman mo yung price points. What do you need to calibrate? Ang tawag dyan is split testing. So, creating two separate market research and changing one element. So, two different segments, change one element. So, two groups within your market segment. For example, single mom, kunyari. Then, single mom, isang younger age bracket ng single mom and then a higher age bracket. And then, maybe offer mas mataas yung presyo dun sa isa, mas mababa yung presyo sa isa. And then, create your quick market research, interview people, and then evaluate your feedback. From there, magkakaroon ka ng idea kung meron ka bang dapat i-calibrate sa pricing. So with that, sa pricing, since kunyari yun yung ginagamit, kasi yung sa business model, desirability is function of pricing din. So that's why you would test the pricing. Second, yung common theme that I noticed on your submissions, common theme is the pricing. Admittedly, kahit ako, personally, if I would create a product, I would benchmark on based on cost, based on value or competitor, and then work from there. Ngayon, ang nangyayari is we're guessing. We're guessing the price point. We don't have a scientific method of determining the willingness to pay of this product of this target segment or these customers. So you can only do that if you do testing, market research, or testing different price points to know saan ba uh, saan yung saan mo makukuha yung desirability na hinahanap given the set of products and service you're offering. So yan, split testing. Um, Customers, since yun yung unang step in creating a business idea, you need to be specific at first. Bakit? Because you want to get as specific as possible in target market so that you know that these people under a segment has same characteristic, attributes, and habits para mas maganda yung uh, approach nyo in terms of creating a good version of your product and service. And also, may kasabihan tayo na sinasabi is if you can serve a single customer, how can you be sure that you can serve all of those target market? So that's why in our exercise, we had a three-man market research, but in actual practice, the higher the number, the better. So that you have more consistent patterns. Baka kasi nagkataon lang yung pinili mong tatlo, nagkataon positive lang sila. So what if yung target market mo 1,000? The chances are yung tatlong napili mo, sila lang yung positive, pero 97% pala ng population ng target market mo ay negative. So, the more number, the higher the respondents, the better. So, but in our exercise, tatlo lang, just to have, for you to have a feel on how a market research is done, even if you are just starting. So now, another point I've noticed is the type of business idea that you have. The type of product, the type of service, or the type of business idea you're trying to pursue dictates how you would design your market research. One, for example, you're offering a homogeneous product, meaning pare-pareho lang yung offer mo. The perfect example in our semester, there is a business idea about offering fresh seafood. Yan. This is a homogeneous type of product. Ibig sabihin, yung ino-offer nyo, makikita niya sa ibang sellers like public market. Freshness, yung fresh seafood, may kita lang niya sa public market. So, your approach here is to find factors that would enable customers to buy from you. It could be yung freshness nga, it could be price point, it could be convenience. So you would validate the factors yung ng target market mo. Kasi kung target market mo naman medyo younger segment, more on convenience yan eh. Pag medyo head of the family or ano na, medyo may family, target market, more on the freshness. Ganyan. So, you will just validate factors that you want to use as your main selling point. Yan. Ngayon, what if your product or your business idea or your service is totally a new business model. Ibig sabihin, you will create an innovative business like marketplace, an application, um, mobile app. So it's something that is not done currently. So the way you do market research is different. You would discover opportunities, you would discover the need of your target market and build your product specific to those needs ng target market mo. Kasi yung una natin, existing na yung product na yung homogeneous product na bibili siya sa mga kahit saan, sa mga competitors mo. So you need to find factors na gagamitin mo para gamitin mo sa business mo. Kasi hindi mo na mababago yung product eh. Same siya. You just use a different go-to-market strategy like convenience, yan, freshness. You would focus on that. Unlike kapag bago yung business mo, business model, you would discover factors, opportunities, and tweak your product or service to suit those needs. So, ganyan yung different types. Kung kunwari nagtitinda kayo, for example, perfect example dun sa ating one of the submissions, longganisa, for example. Basically, kahit sabihin mong sa'yo yung pinakamasarap, generally, makikita yung customer naman kung sinabing vegan longganisa can be found in some places, di ba? So, you need to have this competitive advantage. So, ano yung competitive advantage? Ano yung something unique sa'yo? Na you would build on that and use that as a way to market and to bridge the gap between your customer need and your product. So, basically, kapag may homogeneous product mo, hindi mo na masyadong mababago yung product. Especially kung kinukuha mo lang siya sa supplier, you would just use whatever customer attribute, need, or preferences that you want to pursue. Unlike dun sa innovative, like you're building a mobile app to create a marketplace for eco-friendly products, for example. Ngayon, this is not something that is done normally in the Philippine market. So you need to be innovative in finding opportunities, finding needs, preferences, wants, pains and gains of your target market, and simultaneously building your um, application, your ecosystem to suit that need. So yun yung medyo may difference in terms of what you're selling. Now, about products, one big factor in starting an e-commerce business. When I mention e-commerce business, ito yung business na kukuha ka ng product somewhere and then you package it, market it, and sell at a markup. So yun yung e-commerce na mini-mention ko. Kapag you're sourcing products from a supplier, so your cost, you're buying something and then sell it off and get a markup. Yung mga ganong business, usually, hindi naman lahat, pero usually, maninipis yung margin. What do I mean by margin? The difference from your cost, yung cost of goods sold, meaning yung cost na pagbili mo sa ibebenta mo, the difference nun sa price, kung magkano mo siya binenta. So, kung binili mo ng 80 pesos, benta mo ng 100, your margin is 20 pesos. Ngayon, if you're doing an e-commerce buy and sell model, business model, the margins are low. That any e-commerce pillar na hindi mo own, maapektuhan talaga yung profitability mo. The perfect example, if yung example nga natin, kunyari ibinili mo ng 80, 100 mo binibenta. And your sourcing logistics from third-party providers, magkano ba ang shipping ngayon? Pinaka nakikita ko mura, mga around 70. Pag motorcycle, medyo mura-mura. Pero imagine, for 20 pesos, you're paying for or the cost to send it is higher. So it's either you put it on top of the price, so papasagutin mo yung shipping fee sa sa customer mo. But the risk there, magiging undesirable yung product mo because tumaas yung price point. So yun yung difference ng e-commerce buy and sell. You need to be good at something so that mapapalaki mo yung margin mo. Kung meron kayong supplier that would give you huge discounts or distributor price, yan, okay yun, malaki margin yun. But if you're just buying and selling not in a wholesale price, medyo maliit. You need to sell at a high turnover rate. So, dapat marami kang binibenta para maraming kita. Ganun. That's the very reason why yung mga food business na nakikita nyo online is thriving. Why? Because they are not buying from other suppliers. They're not buying finished product. So typically, babili na sila ng raw materials. So yung kung kunyari, nagbe-bake. Yan, yung mga uso ngayon, nagbe-bake. Bilang sila ng flour, sugar, flavoring, eggs, and then they would mix it up, magkakaroon ng finished product, ibebenta nila. Malaki yung margin kasi imagine from raw materials, you will turn that into something and then reset and sell it to your customer. So basically, end-to-end, na-cover mo lahat yung process. Unlike kung magbebenta ka, magre-resell ka ng kunyari, mugs, for example. Bibili ka supplier mo ng finished mug na and then i-sell mo siya, maliit yung margin mo. So, your business model on how you will create your e-commerce business would uh, would be susceptible for prices ng other suppliers. So personal choice lang naman. If I would do e-commerce, hindi na po I'm not doing physical buy and sell e-commerce na at the moment. But if I would do such thing, I would choose a business model where I have higher or larger profit margins. Yan. So marami namang ganyan. So it's up to you what product are you selling or what service are you selling. It's up to you. You need to improve your business ideas through the business model tool that that is in our assignment number 3. You can use that and incorporate the feedback you had on our assignment number 2, which is the market research. So, okay, sorry for that. Merong mga hindi makapasok. Sorry. Okay. Sorry everyone. For those who just came in now, hindi ko napansin yung admit. Okay. So just to have a quick recap of what I've been discussing for the past few minutes. So I'm half and half, happy and sad because some of you, your business idea is not viable. Happy because now you know that you can uh, find out if your business model is not viable or not, even if you're not investing on that business. Kasi minsan, nalalaman lang natin kapag tinayo na natin yung business. Masakit yun kasi kung bigla ka nalugi, ka-start mo lang, sayang yung savings and capital. So, happy ako for those who are who found out that their business model is not viable because it's a good lesson to have that hindi ka nag-invest something that is not viable. And happy for those who validated their business idea that it is sort of desirable. Now, I mentioned earlier, the customers is one source of a decision point. If you find that your business model or your business idea is not viable, you can change customers, change customer segment, you can change who to target, you can split test. So I mentioned kanina about split testing related to pricing. Kasi I read many submissions about mahal masyado yung in-offer nilang product. So on the same target market, i-group nyo yung target market nyo according to attributes. Kunyari, single moms, mentioned kanina, single moms, age bracket, and create small market research on that maliliit na segment. Change yung price ng product nyo kung kaya nyong mag-adjust ng price. So, test the willingness to pay para malaman nyo anong price point kailangan nyo ibenta yung product and service. So, I mentioned about customer, and if your business idea is not viable, you can change customers. And the more respondents, the more customers you talk to, the higher the chances that you would find opportunities, find patterns. Also, the products you're selling or service you're selling dictates how you would create the market research. Kapag ang product nyo is something that is easily bought from different suppliers, like for example, homogeneous yung product. Mentioned ko kanina about fresh seafood. It's something that can be bought from your local palengke. So, you need to know, you need to validate the needs, the preferences, the factors that you want to use for your business and pursue that that need, preference, or factor and be good at it. And then yun ang gamitin yung go-to-market strategy. Kasi kapag homogeneous yung product nyo, it's something that is bought from other suppliers nga, hindi nyo na siya mababago eh. You just need to focus on something that is desirable on your target market. Products that is or services or businesses that is sort of innovative or something that is not done. Like in our semester, we have business ideas about applications, mobile app for tricycle booking, marketplace for eco-friendly products. It's something that is not done in the market. Kung meron man, konti lang. But for you, this is something that is not that on your target market. So you're sort of an innovator. You're sort of in a blue ocean strategy. So you have this luxury that you can find factors of your target market that you want to pursue. And then at the same time, you can tweak your business model, your business idea at the same time. So kapag you're selling something from a supplier, ang hirap gawin yon. So you need to find or validate factors you want to pursue. Unlike din sa medyo innovative business idea, you can discover needs, wants that is not served at the moment and pursue that. So yan, basically, the theme of the evaluation for your submission, for your market research, is either a change in your customer and a tweak on your product, which is on our value proposition designing. So what needs are we targeting? What wants are we targeting from our target market? And how can we tweak your product and service to suit those? So yun yung most common um, evaluation for your assignment number 2, which is your market research. So now, uh, I'll be asking questions from the group. Kung meron kayong tanong, I'll answer them kung meron. So yeah. So yan. Do we have questions from the group ba? About the succeeding assignments, succeeding activities. So starting today, Saturday meron din tayong activity, right? Webinar. So weekly meron. Hindi ko lang alam kung magkakaroon next week ng Thursday kasi birthday ko nun eh. So yan. Um, yeah, ask question. Yeah. Kung ayaw niyo magsalita, you can lagay niyo lang sa chat. Can we extend? Yes. For the business model ba? Yan. Or the activity on assignment number 2. Yeah. I can extend naman. Hindi naman siya hard deadline. I'm not uh I'm not deducting points on your assignment. Huwag lang sobrang late, syempre. Huwag lang sobrang late. I'm more strict on the e-commerce project, yung actual output at the end of the course and the presentation. Not with the process. Kasi in starting a business, it is inevitable that we will have failures. We will have wrong estimates. We will have inevitable failure. And it's not a failure, it's a learning opportunity for us. Ang natutunan ko in business, failure is not the opposite of success. Yun yung natutunan ko sa business. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is a stepping stone to success. And it's up to you how you would use failure to your advantage. And that is why the principle I've been saying, kahit ito lang nga yung maalala ng mga students ko that is to think big, start small, and act fast. By doing so, you will have small learning opportunities to improve your business. And also, hindi masakit kapag mali yung ginawa nyo because you're just starting small, you're acting fast, and you're learning on the fly para mas ma-shorten yung learning curve ng business. What reading material do you recommend to read more about our assignment? Is it the market research one or the business model one? I have both actually. So I can send I will post something on our learning management system because I can't say it right here, but I will send you reading materials. These are something that you shouldn't share, but I have one. I can send you. I have 2 books actually for that. And you can actually ang gandang basahin note kasi hindi siya wordy. Puro graphics. Okay. Another question is, should we study how to write copywriting or should it be subcontracted to other people? It depends on your business model. Now, kung ang business nyo is something marketing, that the core business is about marketing, you should do it and you should be good at it. Kung ang business nyo is not so much like ang mga business na hindi kailangan ng masyadong copywriting, like you're into selling medicine, for example. Yan. Hindi mo kailangan ng copywriting dyan. It's more of creating good supply chain, your operations management, para mas efficient yung cost, para mas malaki yung markup. If you're selling ang e-commerce items, yung mga bibilin mo kung saan, and then you're reselling it, you need to be good at copywriting. But for me, copywriting is something you should be versed at the start, and you would only be good at copywriting if you know your customers. So malalaman nyo agad yon. And one way to be good at copywriting, even if you're not good at literally writing, is to know what are the points or the preferences of your target market. San ba sila nakikiliti, kumbaga? And just use that approach in your creating your marketing messages. Let's extend assignment number 3, deadline next week. Sige.
Sir, can I ask?
Sure. Yan, mas maganda may nagsasalita, di ba?
Sir, yung sa yung sa assignment number 2, I was trying to guess what was the purpose of the question. How motivated are you to solve or improve on the problem?
That question is something for an innovative business model. So if you're selling something na ginagamit na siya, like for example, kunyari ng seafood. You're selling seafood. That question is not so much applicable because seafood is kino-consume ng tao. You just want to know what are their preferences, ganyan. But if your business model is an innovative one, something that is not done, like yung mga sa classmates natin sa class, merong ecosystem for eco-friendly products. It's something that is not done. So, is the need for a marketplace for eco-friendly products is really something painful that people would pay for it? Yan. So, yun yung purpose ng question na yun. If you're just a typical e-commerce reseller business model, that is not so much of an applicable question. So, more for innovative business models. Yung ganun.
Kasi po yung mga answers nung mga usual na nakita ko, motivated, highly motivated, parang wala akong makuhang ano.
Yun talaga yung sasagot nila because it's something na ginagamit na nila. So, there is really no such, alam mo nang needed na nila yung product. So, hanapin mo na lang, ano yung magko-convince sa kanila na bumili sa'yo. Kasi they're searching for something similar sa other businesses. So yun yung purpose nun. Pag ganun yung business model na something selling na nakikita nila sa ibang sellers, hindi na applicable yun. More for for businesses na innovative or something that is not done or mga blue ocean business models yun.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the question. So, I encourage everyone kung gusto nyo magsalita. So, a question here. What if we decide to make adjustments in market research assignment? Do we need to submit assignment number 2? No. You just submit one and use or put your revisions on the next assignment. So, kunyari, business idea, nag-research kayo, sinubmit nyo, tingin nyo, gusto nyo pa ulit mag-market research. Kahit hindi nyo submit yung second market research nyo, okay lang. Basta incorporate nyo yung learning and what your findings on your next assignment, which is the business model activity. And then from there, integrate everything na lang on the e-commerce platform. Or e-commerce project, sorry, yan. e-commerce project. The lesson that I want to communicate for our second activity, the market research activity, is for you to be uh, to 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 make you detectives, not fortune tellers. Kasi on the first activity, you listed you want to provide quality and affordable blah blah blah. One stop shop blah blah blah. But in actuals, putting up new businesses, new e-commerce business or any business, you need to be detective to find clues about the desirability of your product, the viability of your business idea, and then work from there. So yun lang yung lesson ng ating assignment number 2. And if you are really pushing into operating your e-commerce projects as an actual registered business in the Philippines, I'm sure you need to do a more extensive market research. So basically, damihan nyo lang yung i-intervene nyo. It's one option. So yun lang siya. You don't need to submit the second one. Yeah. You still have questions? Meron pa ba? Okay. Yeah. So, madali lang naman yung second assignment. Ay, yung third assignment actually. Why? Because what you've learned on assignment number 2, lalagay nyo lang naman doon, actually. Uh, the hard part, if you're really serious about it, is finding more people to interview for the value proposition canvas. So, what jobs they want to accomplish, uh, what pains and gains on doing that job, and match whatever you're selling. Kung product ba yan, kung service ba yan, or kung ecosystem ba yan, application ba yan, ima-match nyo lang doon. So, yun nga, yung kanina, yung difference. Yung difference kanina, kapag ang product nyo is something that is not easily be revised, yan, doon ka lang maghahanap ng opportunity sa target market. Pero kung totally new business model, business idea, pwedeng simultaneous mo siyang ginagalaw. Yes. Any question po for those, for Eva who is raising her hand? May question ba? Yeah, just open your mic kung may question. May question pa ba?
Sir, question po.
Yes.
Yung sa normal na e-commerce na, for example, dropshipping, yung revenue stream niya, isa lang usually yung sales of product lang.
Yes, yun lang. Yun lang siya. Bago ko anuhin yung question din sa chat box. May experience ako diyan sa dropshipping kasi. Before nagbenta nga kami nung sister ko. Yung sister ko nasa US kasi. So ang ginawa namin, hanap kami supplier sa China. Yoga apparel. Kasi yung sister ko parang certified yoga kung ano man. Basta yoga siya. Yoga certified something siya. So we sold yoga apparel, US market. So what happened, nag-open kami ng Shopify page or website. Magsa-sign up ka sa Oberlo. It's something na parang yun yung magdo-notify sa supplier sa China na magpapadala na siya. So, in terms of revenue stream, ang revenue stream lang na i-consider namin is the transactional sales. So, ang ginagawa namin, we times 5 the cost of the item. So, kung $10 yung item, yung cost, ang price namin sa US market, $50 na. Ganun. Actually, malaki. Yeah. Ganun siya. So, $50. So, ang main revenue stream ay yung sales, transactional sales. So, parang price times quantity yung mabebenta. Ang cost structure niya, the critical cost structure in a drop shipping business, it's not the website, it's not the cost, but your marketing budget, the cost per acquisition. So, ibig sabihin, kasi kapag usually e-commerce, it's so marketing driven. Kailangan mo magaling lalo kapag an item that is something that is sold on other e-commerce store. Kasi binili lang namin yung item sa China eh. So, ibig sabihin, kung ito, supplier na to, hindi naman wala na kaming exclusive contract or something, pwede itong makita sa ibang stores. So, because, yun nga, kailangan magaling yung copywriting, magaling yung images, magandang images. So, kaya times 5 kasi ang mahal ng marketing budget na kailangan mo for the US market. So, imagine, when we tried that, $50 yung price, we're paying at most $30 per one sale sa item. Competitive pala yung space na yon. Parang health, fashion, or something. Competitive. So, our main driver for our cost is our customer acquisition. So, ibig sabihin, magkano marketing budget ang gagastusin namin para sa isang sale? So, ibig sabihin, kung 50 pesos yung sale, ang margin namin is 40, o $40, sorry, $40. Ang cost namin is 10. Yung $40, yun yung kita namin eh. Pero para makuha namin yung kitang yun, kailangan namin mag-spend ng marketing budget. So, $40 per sale eh. Parang ganun. Yung mga una namin. Pero as you improve your marketing, kasi kapag nagko-conduct ka ng digital marketing, nalalaman mo na itong age group pala yung mas nagre-respond sa ad mo. So, following the acting fast, starting small. After a week, after a period, ito-tweak mo yung ad mo. Papalitan mo ng audience na mas narrower kung sino yung mas nagre-respond. So, mas bumababa yung cost. Yun kasi yung premium or ginagawa ng mga ads company, digital marketing platforms like Facebook ad. Kapag maganda yung ad mo na relevant to the audience or targeting, mas mababa yung cost. Yung charge nila na cost. So, yun. Bakit hindi namin tinuloy? Because, yun nga, tingin ko kasi, ako personal choice ko lang naman. It's something na, na you're saying that you're selling the product na hindi namin disclose kasi na it's sourced from China and it's times 5. So, kung galing China man siya, mas tingin ko sustainable if yung item mo, ikaw yung nag-design, meron ka talagang specific supplier doon na alam mong ikaw lang nagtitinda. Parang it's something using copywriting to influence buyers to buy na dapat mabibili lang naman nila sa ibang store at a cheaper price. So, yeah, we discontinued after, I think, 7 months. Pero, positive naman. At yung returns, yan yung masakit eh. Minsan kasi, ang tagal dumating ng item and we don't have the control kung saan mapapadala at kung saan mapapadala, kung mali yung item na napadala. So, hindi namin control. So, medyo, yeah, may mga complaints. And ang hirap sumagot ng complaints kapag wala kang control at hindi ikaw yung nagpadala. Lalo kung substandard yung pinadala. Um, so, again, ang revenue stream is something paano ka kumikita. So, sa business model, kapag e-commerce, mga reseller, or nagbebenta ka ng item na binili mo somewhere, the typical revenue stream is transactional sale. So, typical palitan. Bigyan ka ng pera, bigyan mo siya ng item. Transactional. Pwede kasing ang revenue stream mo, advertising. So, yan, pwedeng ganun. Kung ang business mo, kunyari, pwede mo i-consider, kunyari, nagva-vlog ka lang, di ba? So, the cost is your time plus your equipment. Ang revenue mo is advertising. Pero kung typical, lahat naman kasi ng business ideas natin on the submissions are all transactional sales. So, price times quantity. So, basically, it's a markup. The markup that you'll get for each item. So, yun lang yung revenue stream. Ganun lang kasimple. The cost structure, what is the key cost that you need to be mindful of para maging profitable ka? So, kung nagre-resell ka, it's either your marketing budget or your logistics kung ino-own mo yung paano magpadala. Hindi mo na isasama yung mga typical na registration cost. Yan. It's kumbaga an inevitable thing. Requirement siya. Ang ilalagay sa cost structure is something that would make or break the viability of your business. So kung typical e-commerce store na bumibili ka sa isang tindahan or supplier sa Divisoria, for example, your cost structure is your marketing that includes yung advertising budget, your payment for your e-commerce store, yan, and the cost or the supplier price that you're dealing with, the contracts, yan. Pero kung typical bibili ka lang sa typical pricing, so ang magbe-make or break ng viability is how will you sell those products you bought. So usually marketing related kapag e-commerce. Ayan. Hopefully nasagot ko yung tanong. Hindi nyo po lahat kailangan ilagay doon sa business model. What are the key elements you should be good at para maging successful, maging sustainable yung business model? In online, ito magandang question to. In online selling of product, let's say shampoo for people, what should be the markup? Yeah. Markup, we have three ways of having or defining your markup. So first, the basic one, ano yung cost ng item? If tingin mo ang gusto mong mangyari in 5 years or kahit 1 year, gusto mong kumita ng 500,000 and then i-backtrack mo, reverse engineer. Ilang item ang mas mabibenta ko at this cost, pagkano yung kailangan kong i-mark up. So parang maghahanap ka lang ng a magic number. Let's say 20% markup, 50% markup. Kung ang cost ay 50% markup, 75. Ganun na kasimple. Yun yung cost pricing. Another way to know the markup is meron ka ng cost. So 50. Let's say yung shampoo na binebenta ni competitor A is 120. By doing a competitor pricing technique, kung ano yung price niya, tatapatan ko lang. So, it doesn't matter what cost do you have, you just match your competitor's price. Yun yung competitor pricing technique. Third is value-based. value-based. Ito medyo tricky. Kasi kailangan nyong malaman ano yung willingness to pay ng target market nyo. So, you need to have good market research for this. You need to ask, ano yung values ano ang value ng something or benefit ng shampoo. Let's say, shampoo for dogs. Yan. Ano yung value ng na tick-free or kung ano mang tinatanggal ng shampoo. Ano yung value sa kanya? Usually, sasabihin ng customer natin, a magic number din. Pero would ask a different kind of question. Parang i-rephrase mo yung question that kapag merong tick, mga parasite, yung pet, how much are you spending? Yan. So, let's say, pupunta pa sa vet or something. And then, how much hassle are you enduring? Would you pay for people to magdala doon sa vet? And then, i-build up mo lang yung gagawin niya if hindi ma-solve yung problem ng shampoo. Parang ganun. So, with that, may kita mo yung value na binibigay niya sa something. Kasi kung ino-offer ng shampoo nga, shampoo for people na lang. Shampoo for people na, kunyari, anti-dandruff, for example. Ano yung value sa kanya ng walang dandruff? So, sabihin niya, ganito. Pero kapag hindi ka convinced dun sa sagot, pag may dandruff ka ba, anong tingin ng tao sa'yo? Would you pay for something na mawala yun? Parang gano'n. Ano yung magiging impact sa buhay mo? Ganyan. So parang in that line of questioning, you would get a range of figures. And then that is your willingness to pay. And that willingness to pay is your benchmark for the demand for that product. So, yun, yung pricing na ganun, value-based, kung ano yung benefit sa isang tao. So, yun yung mga usual na ways. Ngayon, kung tatanungin niyo ako kung ano yung markup, it really depends on how you set it up. Pricing is an art. An art that would dictate how would you strategize for your competition. Kung gusto niyo bang pinakamura, pinakamahal, it depends on your strategy and how you would enter the market. So there's really no, pag sinabi nyo may best markup, there's really no best markup for that. Depends on your target market and your strategy to pursue yung target market na yun. Yung example ko lang kanina sa aking ginawa naming e-commerce dropshipping business. It's actually an experiment lang. Kaya times 4 is because we incorporated malaking marketing budget plus cost for returns. So, yan. Kaya times 4. Yan. Yung aming marketing. Yung markup. So, it's really up to you. There's no rule for it. Depending on who your target market is. Yan. Key activities. What you need to be good at para maging successful yung business. So, anong activity kailangan pinakamagaling ka? So, titingnan nyo lang ano yung main business mo, ano yung business model mo, ano yung business ano yung activity na kapag hindi mo ginawa, mag-ooperate pa rin yung business. Hindi kasama yun, hindi yung key activity. Like, for example, e-commerce business. You say your key activity is accounting? No, mag-ooperate pa rin yung business mo kahit walang accounting. Pangit lang yung record mo, pero mag-ooperate. Pero if you're not good at selling, for example, if you're not good at marketing, so yun, hindi mag-ooperate yung business mo. Kasi wala ka sales. So mga ganun, if you're into medyo advanced financing, for example, kailangan magaling ka mag-accounting. Kasi Yun yung main business model mo. It's about uh, playing with numbers. Yan. So it depends. What are your business? Anong activity na kapag hindi mo ginawa, malulugi ang business or hindi mag-operate? Yun, kailangan magaling kayo doon. So yun, that's key activity. Customer relationship is basically how you treat your customers. Kung typical buy and sell, typical e-commerce business na pupunta sila sa website, uh, magki-click sila, and then darating na yung item nila kung binayaran nila. It's just a transactional, self-service relationship. Hindi nyo kinakausap yung target market nyo. Ganun lang kasimple. If we have kung ecosystem for community, for kunyari yung marketplace e-commerce business nyo for community of photographers. Yan. So, kailangan ino-nurture nyo yung community. You provide value. So, the relationship is more of community building. You need to talk to people. Kung business-to-business sales, ang target nyo, businesses, malaking item yung tinitinda nyo. So, there should be face-to-face interaction and negotiation. So, ganun lang. Don't make it too complicated yung customer relationship. How would you treat your customer? Yan. Ganun lang yung kasimple. So, kung you're into selling of seafood, for example, it could be just a transactional thing, parang palengke lang. Or do you have a relationship where you provide premium for the suki? Yeah. O meron kayang loyalty program. It can be a transactional with premium on repeat sales. Mga ganun. Or community-based. Anything on how you would treat your customer, that is your customer relationship. Do you still have questions? Hopefully, on the 3 activities that we had, simple lang naman, di ba? We thought of a business idea, we tested it out, and we create a business model using a one-pager tool that is a substitute for a business plan. Because for new businesses, the assumption is we don't have a sustainable business model yet. Kapag may sustainable business model na tayo, alam na natin na viable yung business idea. Alam natin na we need to be good at these things. Gagawa ka na ng step-by-step approach. Yun yung business plan. So, with just 3 activities, we can say that we are better equipped to start an online business. Now, for the rest of the course, after assignment number 3, there would be no additional activity other than the final presentation and launching or presentation of your e-commerce project. And then your last assignment is just a PowerPoint of on how you would present your business, your e-commerce projects. So, ganun na lang. In between, we will have classes like this, mostly to help you build your e-commerce projects. So, kung napansin nyo on our schedule, I'm building off from e-commerce store development, and then the rest is for digital marketing. Meron tayong mga to be announced schedules. So, depende na lang if you would request topics. And I remember meron tayong mga topics na merong topics na gustong ma-discuss ng ibang mga students. So, we'll try to include that, yung mga supply chain and all. So, next activity um, about e-commerce stores. Ngayon, may mga businesses kasi, yung mga sinubmit yung business idea, e-commerce store or mga marketplaces is not really applicable. Like mayroong mobile app, mayroong other businesses like real estate rentals. It's not really that much. So, dadaanan lang natin. And then yung iba, uh, kung mag-a-apply na lang, kung aabutin na lang ng time. So, unless meron kayong gustong i-discuss, uh, just put it on our um our learning management system, our course site. Questions pa? Do we still have?
Sir, may tanong ako.
Yes, sir.
Kung kunyari interested kami gumawa ng mga infopreneurship courses, no? So, tuturuan nyo kami ng platforms para doon. Let's say, how to start a fire, mga preppers, paano maghanda paano mag-survive sa labas, sa bundok. Kasi yun na nauuso ngayon eh.
Siguro. I'm really not sure. Kung the question is kung gagawa ng courses or program?
No. Yeah, kung will you be teaching us how to make online courses? Kasi diba isang pwedeng...
Okay. Online course, parang marketing tactic, sort of like that? Tama ba?
No, setup talaga. For example, let's say, isang video course, 10, for example, how to train your dog. Tapos 10 lessons yun.
Okay. On the actual e-commerce site or
yes,
the
yes,
website.
Yes.
Sure. Pwede natin gawin.
Pwede. Okay, thank you.
Pwede natin gawin. Actually, meron akong isang engagement. It's an international school. We develop yung kanilang online school, course site, something like that. So yeah, we can have that. So parang
kahit yung platforms lang.
So parang ano siya eh. The way I look at it, yung question mo is about how can we develop the platform for courses that you can use to market whatever business that you have. Parang ganun. Tama ba? Ang understanding ko.
No, what I meant is yung course mismo yung ibebenta namin.
Okay, yeah, sure. Actually, yun yung ginagawa ko before.
Okay. So, ituturo nyo. Okay, yeah. Okay, I look forward to that. Thank you.
That is on WordPress. Oh, yeah. Buksan natin yung website. Nag-isip ako kung anong model yung gagamitin ko. So, baka yung ka na lang, personal website, and then we'll use that. Pero hindi ko siya ila-live on YouTube kasi magbubukas ako ng mga makita niyo yung mga password ko and all. Buburahin ko na lang and then I'll upload it as a replay. Yeah. So yun. WordPress. Yes, WordPress. Yun yung alam ko that you can start from scratch. Maraming learning management system naman dyan. Actually, you don't need to build your own. You can pay for services, monthly fee, and then just focus on creating content, videos, the actual course. Yan. Pero kung you want to explore, if you want to start from scratch, buying your own domain, buying your own platform, your own hosting, your server, yan, pwede. Pero ang kabisado ko personally is WordPress. And then using mga free applications, like for video, we use, kung hindi ka magbabayad ng mga premium hosting platform or applications other than your server, and you use YouTube for your for the free options there. Malaking bagay yung mga libre. Lalo pag nagta-test out. Yeah. So, ganun na lang yung gawin natin. On the WordPress, tignan ko kung kaya natin isingit on one session. Siguro one on the actual WordPress and how can you build your e-commerce store initially, and then how can you sell digital products. And digital products are e-books, ganyan, anything na downloadable or something about yung learning. You're offering knowledge yan, through videos and courses. Yan. Sige. Okay. Any question, comment, request before we end our discussion for this video? Yan. Kung meron pa. Yeah. Ito may question pala, sorry, before end. Sir, pwede bang mag-discuss next time ng tips how to attract customers or buy from you, not just asking the price? We have sessions, yung mga last part na, about digital marketing. I will teach you not much on the techniques. Pwede natin kasing i-demo yun. Pero will be scientific and more strategic on our marketing approach. We'll build campaigns, marketing campaigns for your business. And then from there, siguro mag-introduce ako ng mga tactics na pwede nyong gamitin. And then just pick on those. Usually kasi pag mga ganyan tactics, may FB ads ka, meron kang community building, and then meron kang Google ads, for example. And then, ang practice dyan, paglalaban-labanin mo yung tatlo. And you use a small budget lang. So, kung sino yung viable in terms of your customer acquisition criteria, yeah. Kung sino yung nanalo, continue mo lang, mag-invest ka doon. Kapag hindi nag-work, you drop it and try different tactics. So, ganun siya. Para continuously nag-i-improve. Pero you have this main overarching plan on how to build. Meron kang campaign message, meron kang target market, meron kang specific interest na tina-target, and how can you make use of the behavior of your target market. Yan. Yun yung gagawin natin. Medyo strategic yung natin, digital marketing. Na itinuturo siya on big digital marketing courses. Dadaanan natin siya. Huwag yun na lang i-share yung mga i-share ko sa mga templates and all. So, it's just for you. Yan. So, any other questions? With that, thank you for attending, and I'll post on our first site yung question kanina on the reading materials, and for the comments, I'll try to type the comments I've mentioned kanina, but all of assignment number 2 are graded. Don't worry about it. 3, I'll extend the deadline. So with that, thank you very much, and in a few minutes ilalagay ko na yung reading materials on our course site. All right? Sige. Okay. Matagal pa yung birthday ko next week pa. Okay. Sige. Thank you very much, and have a great night.
Thank you
everyone.
po.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Happy birthday in advance, sir.
Thank you po. Thank you.